So add that when you're reading his bio, because I had a question mark next to True North. We're live. Oh my gosh. We're the Snarky Sisters. I'm Diana.
And I'm Lisa.
And there's Eli down below us, and we're going to start with our theme song. Hi, Eli.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's the Sunday Songwriter Spotlight with the Snarky Sisters, live at noon. Hooray! Right here on our Facebook page. With our friends we will commune, because we're communists. Featuring the lovely and talented Eli Lev and some of his exceptional tunes.
Well, we're happy to have Eli here. He's like a gourmet fromage to shove. He's more than a cappuccino. He's a fancy cafe brev. Who writes this stuff?
I'm sorry.
We already feel happier. Our moods he's gonna rev. Welcome to the spotlight. It's Eli Lev. Woo!
What an intro. That was special.
Yeah. You can have that. We give this honest to everyone. You can use that in your promos. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, y'all. Happy to be here.
Well, we're so
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do one thing. Sorry, guys.
Well, I can talk about. We also have I have a levitational libation in Eli's honor. Yummy pomegranate and Freixenet. And Lisa will tell you what she has.
Okay, I'm finally here. Sorry about that, folks. I have, let's say, Lev Lover's Latte. How's that?
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love it.
Welcome, Eli. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
So we were just talking about when Diane and I saw you playing live for the mask ceremony. It was in 2019?
2019, that was a really, really special night. I remember that. That just everything just kind of gelled and got to play with some pretty amazing people on stage. That was awesome.
And you got to play a couple of your songs. Is that right? I think 2 songs that night.
Yeah. I played Chasing Daylight.
Daylight.
That got second grand prize, which is awesome. And then they invited me up on the stage at the end, and we did this all-star jam with Mike Ryan and Ron Goad was up there.
Yes, he was.
And it was awesome. It was a bunch of good folks up there.
Yeah, that was a great song too. Was it Road to
Long Way Back to Shanto.
Shanto. That's right.
You're you say it, so
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So without further ado, global citizen and neo-folk singer Eli Lev says that he is making the world a smaller place, one song at a time. That's great. I like that. He's a storyteller who writes what he calls hymns for everyday enlightenment. Songs that resonate because they're heartfelt, earthy, and offer wisdom culled from self-discovery. Eli was an 8th grade teacher for 3 years on the Navajo Nation in northern Arizona, and that experience inspired his 4 Directions EP series. He started the series in 2017 with All Roads East, a blend of alt country and Americana, blended with folk, soul, and pop. In 2018, he released Way Out West, which experimented with the frontiers of folk tropes and melodies in indie folk. In 2019, he released Deep South, in which he went back to his southern roots with a modern blend of folk rock and pop. In 2021, he plans to release the more introspective True North in an acoustic singer-songwriter vein. So welcome, Eli. We're so happy to have you here today.
Hooray.
This is the best intro I think I've ever had in any show. This is awesome. Thank you.
Well, this is cool.
We're willing to travel with you and announce you. Introducing the fabulous, the magnificent.
Let's make a levitator's bus. We'll do
definitely.
The cross-country thing. Love it.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to begin. There's so many questions I have for you. So why don't we, if this is okay with Diana, go ahead and let you sing your first song, and we'll go from there because I really want to ask you 1,000 questions.
Sure, no worries. We'll start with the song. I like that. It's always a great place to start.
All right.
I've been doing like a gratitude journal every day for like the last year and a half now. And it's like totally changed how I kind of like, I don't know, just start the day and get up, and it's kind of been part of my every morning routine, which is awesome. And I wrote a song about it. It's called Water, and it's about being grateful for the small things, and I'm super grateful that you both invited me on the show. Here we go. This is Water from Way Out West. Tell me I've got water, tell me I got bread, tell me I got shelter, a place to lay my head. Never been so far out on my own, never been so high, never felt so alone. Tell me I got water, tell me I got bread, tell me I got shelter and a place to lay my head. Never been so far out on my own, never been so high, felt so alone. Well, some days I feel like a motherless child, some days I feel so much joy I could cry. Tell me all my family safe and sound, I can feel their love the whole world round. And all my friends that I hold dear shine on like diamonds, oh so clear. Well, some days I feel like a motherless child, some days I feel so much joy I could cry. Some days I feel like a motherless child, some days I feel so much joy I could cry. Well, some days I feel like a motherless child, some days I feel so much joy I could cry. Some days I feel like a motherless child, some days I feel so much joy I could cry.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Love that one.
Yeah, that's great. Great.
Thank you.
Now, Eli, do you write any songs that are, I was, listening to you a lot, and I couldn't find very many, if any, snarky songs.
Oh, yeah.
Always uplifting and happy and joyful and all that stuff.
I appreciate that. I have some a song called "Walking Away" that is essentially a pretty kind of intense, in-your-face song. "Be Your Someone" is actually got a little snark in it. Obviously, I'm not a professional like the actual Snarky Sisters, but I do try and include
Like her.
Okay, zing.
I do try and include
Wow.
a little bit of pizzazz in my tunes. But actually, before I was Eli Lev, I was known as Warblow Jenkins.
What?
Yes, never took off. When I was living in Israel, I was a kind of comedic songwriter over there, and my stage name was Warblow Jenkins. I wrote songs about roller skates and pizza and falafel and all that kind of stuff. So actually, most of my first songs were very topical and very snarky. So I feel it. I feel the vibe. I'm in it.
Okay. Okay, so "Be Your Someone," since you went there.
Yep.
Okay, so somebody watches the video, so cool song, kind of, nice story, and then you look at the credits.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little about your international credits.
Yes, all Indian production team. It was pretty awesome. on Spotify, for some reason, India is like my number one country. So like even over it's like India, then USA. So on YouTube, it's the same. On Instagram.
Why?
I think it's because I do a lot of lyric videos. And I think as English as a second language speakers and listeners, they really appreciate that. So my biggest video on YouTube is the lyric video for Be Your Someone. So interestingly enough, out of all the music videos that I've done, it's just this one lyric video that I put the words to for Be Your Someone that just kind of like really took off. So I think the fact that I, put the words out and, make it like kind of accessible, the music, that they've really kind of connected to it. So this production team reached out by email. They're like, we've been listening to your song nonstop in the office. Can we do a music video for it? And I was like, sure, let's do it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we collaborated over 2 months, and they shot on location. I had some, studio footage here, put them together, and we've got the Be Your Someone official music video, which has been out for 2 days now. It's pretty awesome.
It's really adorable. That's a
Yeah,
great
thanks.
story too. So tell us about your music video with your dad.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was like so special. So that was the woods behind my elementary school where I grew up. Growing up, both my mom and my dad worked for, actually created the law center for the blind and the deaf, and worked with a lot of people from Gallaudet in DC. So they're both pretty proficient in sign language. My dad is extra proficient in sign language, and I saw him on his walks signing my lyrics when I was over there visiting them. And I was like, hey, Dad, do you want to be in my next music video? And he's like, no. He's like, absolutely not. And I was like, okay, no worries. And I just planted the seed. And then, a month or two later, I was like, hey, Dad, do you think you could figure out the sign language for See the World? And he's like, oh, yeah, it's my favorite song. I'll figure it out. I was like, cool. And then like a couple months later, I was like, hey, Dad, do you want to do that music video? He's like, fine, let's do it. So we went into the woods, just me on the camera, Dad doing the sign language behind my elementary school, and came out with a great one-take performance of him signing to Oh My Lord.
All right, Dad.
All right, Dad. Yeah, he's a rock star.
Well, speaking of schools, you are a former school teacher.
8th grade English.
Tell us a little bit about that and what that was like for you.
Yeah, so that was on the Navajo reservation in northern Arizona. So a lot of my songs actually come from that experience. A lot of them way out west come from there. It was kind of like, I'm coming from Maryland, then I went to college in Indiana, and then like driving southwest, it's like all the green disappears and all the trees disappear, and there's just like this vast landscape. Canyons, orange rock, green sagebrush, blue sky, white clouds, and everything's just so like vibrant. So that was like a huge kind of shift in my life. It was like I was on another planet, another culture, another kind of way of thinking about the world. And that was my student teaching, and I enjoyed it and stayed another 3 years out there teaching 8th grade English.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of folks watching right now.
Cool. What are some comments? I can't see any. Oh no.
I
Sorry.
know.
Hello, everybody.
We've got Linda Cowdell-Fegan.
Yes. What's up, Linda?
She's saying, hey, yay, Eli, Antoinette, Levine. Hi, everyone. We're levitators.
Hi, Antoinette. What's up, levitators?
Hi, Adele, our favorite friend. Okay. Nicole Hennig,
Nicole's here.
Joan Wells, Irene Bowen, a whole bunch of folks.
All right.
And Tommy Wright. Hey, Tommy.
Tommy, what's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
That's great. We did some great shows with him at Beans in the Belfry. Loved
Oh,
it.
yes. Yes, we love Tommy here. He's been on our show. We love him very much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So you went out west, and so you wrote an album inspired by those experiences, I'm sure.
Yep.
So All Roads East, tell us a little bit about that and how that contrasts to the sort of Western experience.
Sure. So they all kind of come together in like this little mandala here. I don't know if you can see that. So All Roads East is the eastern part, and those are butterfly flowers from the back garden. Way out west is like this experimental indie folk thing that's like fennel seeds. Then deep south is like pine needles, and then true north they're like these little kind of sticks up here. So they all come together in the Four Directions mandala.
Love it.
And it started with All Roads East. That's the cardinal direction, the Navajo cardinal direction. So sun rises life begins, new beginnings in a project. So I started there, which was cool. And that was like kind of just, Americana, like singer-songwriter stuff, like really kind of rooted in my Maryland upbringing.
Yeah.
Way Out West was like, let's try something totally weird, like detuned mandolins and flute and beatboxing. And then Deep South was my last album. That was a really big sound, had some kind of southern vibes in there. And then True North is very introspective and sprawling and kind of like brings it all full circle. So pretty cool.
Play something else for us.
Yeah, what album? Pick an album for me.
Choose. Well, let's go south.
Let's go south.
Because we want to also ask you for some of the new ones that are coming out. A couple weeks for True North, right?
Yeah, True North. The first single's coming out in a couple weeks. You're absolutely right.
Fabulous.
Yep. So here's one of the songs on Deep South that's got a little snark in it for you both, and this is called this is called Walking Away. It's about, first of all, realizing that obviously something isn't good for us, then turning the other way, and then taking that first step away from whatever that is. So here we go. This, but now you're here, I kinda like it. The way you hate me, then you love me is so indecisive. Running your fingers through your hair when you got chocolate on them. I kinda like it. Trying to fall asleep next to me, calling my name in the folds of the sheets. It's so easy to fall back into your arms. I say, hey, walking away. Your love, without your pain, feeling the change is coming now. We can push it forever, we can blame it on forever. I just can't stay. So walking away, walking away. I remember when you made me feel like I was something. Someone to hold you and to talk to you until the morning. Someone to wake you up. Someone to lay you down. Someone to be the only thing you breathe in and out. Now I fall asleep next to me, calling my name in the folds of the sheets. And it's so easy to fall back into your arms. Say, hey, walking away without your love, without your change is coming now. Push it through forever. You can blame it on whoever. I just can't stay. So walking away, walking away, walking away. Nice pieces in here. You're the salt and sweet tongue in my cheek, give and you take till you get what you need. But I'll be fine. I just gotta get you off my mind. I fall asleep, you're next to me, calling my name. Say, hey, walking away without your love and without your pain. Feeling the change is coming now. Push and pull forever. Blame it on whoever. I just can't stay. So walking away, walking away, walking away. I'm walking away. Yeah. A little bit of sauce on that one. A little bit of sauce. Thank you.
But sung with a smile.
You got it. You got it delivered with grace.
So Joan Wells says that chair dancing is becoming a thing.
It is becoming a thing. I have to like kind of separate myself from the mic, and then I usually do the whole twirl, but I got headphones
Ouch.
on. I got
Don't
headphones
hurt
on.
yourself.
I know.
You need AirPods.
I have them. They're wonderful, but something about like the full-on kind of just like we're in the studio. Kind of headphones just.
But
makes
you
me
can't
feel
do the
good.
full around turnaround.
I know.
man.
I'm sorry.
No, that's a great song. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
We've got lots of comments. Janine Brandt is sending hearts, and Crystal Kendall.
Oh,
and
lovely.
Tommy, Linda Caudell Fegan,
Ah,
Antoinette
them.
Legati Levine.
So
They say
cool.
all the levitators are there.
Yay.
Luis Boborg. What a great song.
Luis
Janine
Boberg.
Brandt, Rhonda Lovemore, Antoinette. Oh, we
Awesome.
said that.
What's up,
It's
Rhonda?
Nicole Henning. Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Showing up. They show
Fabulous.
up.
Fabulous.
Show up.
All except for Tommy, though.
Oh,
they
okay.
they seem to be one gender.
Yes.
Is that your just natural?
That's the natural
magnetism.
lore. That's it. That's it. Thanks, Tommy, for being here.
Wow, excellent. So, what have you been doing this past year besides, I guess,
Yeah.
getting your album ready to go?
Well, interestingly enough, I've pivoted from doing shows 4 or 5 times a week, right? Like I like absolutely hit that pavement so hard, like the first 3 years, just around and around the Beltway, just over and over again, sometimes 2 or 3 shows a day on the weekends. Lately, I've been helping other artists build their communities and build their brand. So I've been an artist consultant going online. So for the shows, I've taken those on live streams, and I've got my Folk Friday live stream. But during the week, I've been helping other artists kind of get their stuff together, and that's been really, really rewarding. I've got the background in teaching and kind of building the systems on my own, so it's been awesome. It's been cool.
So how do you like this transitioning to the streaming thing? Like, did you feel comfortable, figuring out what mic to use and how to do the whole streaming deal?
Yeah, so like the first month of lockdown, it was like, okay, I'm streaming every day on every platform. So Mondays, Instagram, Tuesdays, Twitter, Wednesdays, like every day, every time. And then that kind of like, okay, well, I can't keep that up for another year. So let's just kind of bring it back and tone it back a little bit. So now I have a Wednesday IG live at 2:00 Eastern every Wednesday. I have a Folk Friday live stream every Friday. And then I have a Patreon only all request show after that at 7:30. And then for my levitators, we do 2 live streams just for the groups. And it's pretty good. That's like totally manageable, and it helps me kind of connect to people. Nothing is the same as being on stage, right?
Okay,
Absolutely nothing can
no.
replace.
It sounds like you are keeping really busy.
But I can connect with people. I can see chats, and I can have that feeling, just like I used to being on stage. So in the meantime, the other good thing is it's like keeps up my chops.
Yes.
You all are playing your music. Like I love seeing y'all like doing your songs and you're connecting with each other, and you've got the instrument in your hands, right?
Yeah.
Like so you're playing it, and that's like that was a potential pitfall. For a lot of people, it's like, well, if I'm not playing, then I'm not playing, right? So I get to practice all my songs and get to share the new ones with the community before everyone else hears them. So it's been great. It's been good, and they've been helping me through.
I have to ask you, as a songwriter, do you feel like the first year of going into COVID, it was very depressing and hard to write songs? Because a lot of songwriters were telling us that on the Songwriter Spotlight that they couldn't really feel motivated to write. It was just too much or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
No,
did you feel
yeah.
that way too?
Yeah, so my album was supposed to come out last year, right? And it's just like, it's just not, you know what I mean? Like, so really getting back into that creative kind of like mindset and connecting with musicians, it's taken a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like as creatives, there's already like some, a lot of mental things that we deal with who we are and how we present that and how people take that. So to not have any feedback at all, it's been super hard for myself and a lot of other artists. So part of this artist consulting thing that I do is creating communities around the music so artists can connect with their people and not feel so distant. So that's been really rewarding, kind of like making sure that's there.
You can tell, and it's probably part of your teaching background and your personality, that you have a skill and a gift for making each person in the crowd feel like you're talking right to them. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, Dana. Yeah, no, that's and that's part of my emails are to like a specific person. You know what I mean? Like my connections with people, like if someone writes me a reply to my email, I'm replying back. Every comment, you know what I mean? Like I'm there, like definitely present. And, that's the best way to just connect and to build that trust and community, is just kind of one person at a time. So
before COVID, you were traveling every place. I mean, you were. So when everything came to a screeching halt and you had to start streaming and all that, okay, so you've gone through this process. Now you've kind of opened up that window. When things do open up again and we all get our shots, what do you see for yourself? Do you think you'll still be streaming or?
Yeah, I love to keep streaming. I think this year I'll probably just do like a few kind of outdoor socially distant shows. I'm just going to kind of call this year as well. I don't think things are going to open up as soon as people think they are. So really just my mindset is like, okay, take this year, really kind of build your systems, keep connecting with your community, do a few shows, but probably 2022 is where I'll be like, okay, cross-country tour, back to Europe.
Okay, cross-country, back to Europe. Awesome.
Let's rock Mexico, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So that'll be fun.
India.
Yeah, I got some friends in Bangalore now, so might as well just fly straight there.
We're willing to open for you in India.
All right, come on down.
We're there.
Got the Levitators private jet now.
The Levitators can now, and that's a perfect place too, India, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a question. Why are you releasing your next album then in 2 weeks? What's the time? Why did you come up with that?
Yeah, so the first single of the album is coming out in a couple weeks. The whole album will come out June 25th. Of this year. So I like to release a couple singles before the EP. When I say album, they are EPs, right?
Right.
So they're 5 songs.
Yes.
So if you don't want to listen to the EP, you can listen to a single. If you're feeling like more, you can have the EP. If you want a whole album, you can listen to 2 back to back. If you're in for the whole experience, there's 20 songs that you can just kind of like dive into, right? So I wanted to provide a way to connect for all the different types of listeners out there. And it took a while because this is with all real instruments, all actual musicians. I did not go into a studio and just kind of like program drums and bang out a song like some of my singles have been. This is a full-on, intense, like Charlottesville, Virginia, let's get strings, let's get, banjo, let's get mandolin, let's get a piano player in here. And that just took like 6 months.
And where did you record it? And who are some of the musicians you used? Do we know them? And who produced it? Did you produce it?
Yeah, so Virginia Arts in Charlottesville, really cool place. Like Dave Matthews has been through there. Like a lot of big names have been there. Sarah Bareilles, like the names are all kind of like on the wall. It's been there forever. I worked with a producer. He's a bi-coastal guy who goes back and forth, and his name's Taylor Rigg. He did Virginia Man's latest album, so they're kind of like a big local group. And yeah, we produced it together. Mostly Taylor took my demos, which was acoustic guitar and vocals, and we just started building. It's a pretty amazing process when you're kind of like in it. You're like, I wonder if this needs, all right, let's bring in big toms here and stuff like that. So it was really awesome. It's absolutely epic. I'm like super, super excited about it.
Are you playing guitar on all of the songs?
I am. And one of the songs I wrote on piano. So it's my first piano song.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I play...
I noticed you have a very fancy ironing board there behind you.
Yes, so fancy. There's different...
It makes noise, right?
Different keys I can iron. Yeah. I've got a Woodrow on there, which is like this like kind of tiny travel guitar that I play, and some harmonica, and of course harmonies galore. So it's going to be really cool.
Does it make you want to form your own band and play real loud? And
Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean before the lockdown it was the Eli Lev Collective. Before that it was Eli Lev and the Fortunes Found. So there's always been a part of me that just like loves getting on stage and just playing with musicians, right? That's just such a special experience. But just having to pivot and just kind of doing the solo thing has been okay, but I can't wait to get back out there for sure. Yeah.
Great. How about another song?
Yeah.
Sure. Are y'all gonna play a song sometime for us?
Oh no,
on the show?
we already did.
What?
No, you're the guest.
Oh man. How about I'll play one if you play one after me. So yeah.
Lisa might.
Okay.
Might.
Great. I'd love that. I'd love to connect that. Cool. So we went to Water on Way Out West. We played Walking Away from Deep South. We should probably do something from All Roads East, huh? Let's do that. All right, so you said it. I think it's time to go a long way back to Shanto, shall we? So this was on stage on the award show. It was just like a bunch of musicians. We went backstage like 10 minutes beforehand, taught everybody the chords, went out, and then Ron Goad actually played this like really different beat. Dave Mallon was up there on keyboards. I remember that on the keys. And it was really, really interesting to hear everybody's new interpretation of it. And it was a lot of fun. So here is in honor of that night. And Songwriters Association of Washington, absolutely rock. Here is Long Way Back to Shanto. Powder all over my shirt. $7 to my name. Both my boots are filled with dirt, and I'm cold as hell. It's a long way back to Shanto, but I'm ready to ride. Chase him down with the wind. Ooh. Nobody knows where I am, and to tell you the truth, neither do I. I haven't seen a single sign of a soul for days. By my side. Alright, I'm gonna like try and do like a little solo here. If I could dream the sweat dripping from my cheeks, I would. You know I would. If I could eat the dirt clinging to my skin, I would now. You know I would. It's a long way back to Shanto, but I'm ready to ride. Till the day I die. Till the day I die.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's great.
Thanks.
That is fun. It's so
That is
much fun.
fun
And
song.
all of your levitators are amazing. I tell
Yes,
you,
they are.
they are truly amazing.
Yes, they are.
Antoinette answered my question on why you're releasing your album in 2 weeks or 3, and she says, I can answer that because we're impatient. Just kidding. We've been with Eli throughout that entire album. Warblow Jennings, someone
Jennings.
last.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't wait for your album to come out. That is so fabulous.
Yeah.
Did you do a thing where people can prepay for the album, or it's just going to come out and drop?
Yeah, so on Deep South, I did a Kickstarter. So it was totally funded by friends, fans, family members, which was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'll do the same for True North. So I'll probably be bringing that out in the next month or so. So the cool thing about Kickstarter is that it's essentially just like a pre-release plan. So if someone wants a CD, they can get it through Kickstarter. I'll probably send it out before the album even drops so they can listen to it before it comes out. T-shirts, I'll do some high ticket things like writing personalized songs. I did a
fancy
songwriting retreat last year, which was awesome. So
you did, huh?
Yeah, so we took four songwriters out to Luray, Virginia, and did a whole weekend, which was awesome. And I've got production credits and all sorts of stuff. So there's lots of great ways that people can kind of participate in the album. It'll be the whole four directions kind of coming together, and I'll even have a vinyl, which I am so excited about. I've never had a vinyl ever in my whole music career, and it'll be a double vinyl with All Roads East side A, Way Out West side B on the first disc, and then Deep South, and then True North on the second disc. And it's going to be artwork, and it's going to be so cool. Super excited about it.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yep.
So can you tell us a little bit, I'm just going to shift a little bit here to some of your influences, because when I listen to you, I hear lots of different things. I hear somebody who is kind of playing around a lot of different genre, and it seems like a lot of fun, because I like to do that too, and I notice that with you a lot. I see the reminiscent of Rascal Flatts. I could hear that a little bit. Cool. I don't know if you have some of that influence that you're aware of or not. And Jack Johnson, even though I fight with people whether he's good or not, honestly, I enjoy now and then. Why not? Beachy sort of vibe kind of thing, There's
Absolutely.
a time for that, right?
Yeah, I love that. I get a lot of Jack Johnson. I get a lot of there's a little bit of twang in there, but it's not full-on country. And then, there's just kind of pop too. A lot of my stuff has a lot of pop elements to it. Just kind of a nice melody, a nice hook. But it's all based on the acoustic guitar. Right. Which is something that really kind of, grounds it.
Grounds it in a folk feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also obviously, I've realized more and more as I get to be an artist later in my career, it's okay, as long as my voice is on it, it's going to be my song. You know what I mean? It's not it has to sound a certain way. It's Levitators, the whole community is awesome. They're down for new stuff. You know what I mean? It's not only play finger picking stuff or only play, music that has this Americana feel. And it's
fun, isn't it, to kind of shapeshift like that too?
Absolutely.
And you do it so well. You really jump from things so well. And your voice is so, you have a beautiful voice, a beautiful singing voice. Your guitar playing is great. And it's just really fun to watch you, go in different directions with what you're doing. So,
thanks. Appreciate that.
So what about for films and movies and that type of thing? Have you been able to get anything placed in a? I bet you have. I mean, it sounds like you're the kind of music that would have.
Well, there's been, I haven't made any kind of concerted effort on that fact, but people have kind of found me in different ways. So Go Down is going to be used on this podcast that's kind of coming up, which is pretty cool. Happy on Wheels is this awesome website from a dear friend, Sherry, and she asked to use Chasing Daylight on that as well. So people are finding the songs and asking to use them, the graduation song that I did on YouTube for 2020. I had 5 people reach out to me all over the world and be can we use this for our graduation? And I was sure, go ahead. It's just stuff like that. So when the project is kind of complete, I'll have 20 songs, and then I'll be okay, who is the right organization to kind of connect with, who can really kind of shop these songs around a little bit. So I've been waiting for that kind of complete kind of discography to be there before doing that.
Well, it sounds like you're doing all the right things.
Yeah,
You're
we'll see.
getting quite a crowd of people that like your stuff and listen to your music, and we're really excited to have you here. We'd love to have you play another song if you could.
Sure. Yeah, happy to. Let's do it. How about one from True North, since we haven't heard any from there?
All right.
All right, let's do this. So this is going to be my first single, coming out in a couple weeks. It's going to be called I Want to Tell You. And, you've heard finger picking, right? You've heard some kind of like old school kind of rock country. We've done some pop stuff with Walking Away. This one goes in a different direction yet again. I call it almost like a folk punk.
Okay.
In a way. So
all right.
Here we go. Let's do it. It's like a pop folk punk. Something like that. We just turned 23. It was the world versus you and me. We were both head over heels. Yeah, you remember how that feels. We thought we would win somehow. Yeah, I'm laughing at that now. The day it all fell apart, it felt like you were holding my hurting heart. We swore we'd try again. That was the beginning of the end. I want to tell you that I'm different. Oh, that time in love was well spent. We had to learn along the way, so we could look back and smile someday. And I could say I'm sorry, but that wouldn't be true. I'd rather say I'm happier, and I know that you are too. If I'm honest, I'm overjoyed. How I know who I am, this is my voice. I want to tell you that I'm different. Oh, that time in love was well spent. We had to learn along the way, so we could look back and smile someday. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. I want to tell you that I'm different. Back then I couldn't know what it meant. We had to learn along the way. I want to tell you that I'm different. Oh, that time in love was well spent. We had to learn along the way, so we could look back and smile someday. Oh, 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 oh.
Ah,
There it is.
fabulous.
Folk punk.
Fabulous.
rock,
That is
pop.
fabulous.
So
Wow.
that's totally Mumford and Sons to me.
Thank
I love
you.
that.
Yeah, that's a big compliment. They're
It has
amazing.
that real rockin' feeling,
Yeah.
but a folk bass to it.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Bren Stahl wants to know, where is her "I'm Not for Everybody" shirt?
I'm not for every. coming in the True North Kickstarter.
Okay.
I'll make a special tier just for that.
He wants you to open with the song you just played at the first concert. Wow.
Absolutely, love it. Happy to.
What were you banging on your guitar with? You don't have a ring or anything.
No, I do this little kind of like guitar percussive thing for this. It's I'm not as fancy. There's people who are so much better at it than I am. I just like doing like the.
We like
just
it.
Got a nice sound to it.
And you don't scratch up your guitar either, so that's all good.
I do make some dents, but that's okay.
What kind of guitar is that?
It's a
Yeah,
Taylor.
this is a Taylor GS Mini,
It's beautiful.
and it's great for on tour, and it's about 2/3 size, so it fits in the frame on a live stream, which is nice. But yeah, it's got a good sound. I tuned down my guitar 3 half steps.
Really?
Why?
Is that your little trick? Okay.
It's in C. It's in D flat or C
All
sharp.
right.
However you want
So
to
I can guess why. So harmonica players can't play along with you.
that's one reason. That is one reason.
Accordion too. Just saying.
Yeah, so I've got medium gauge strings on this. So this is not an E. This is actually a D flat. So this is E, E flat. This is D. And that's
Why do you do that? Just for your
Um,
own timbre?
the resonance, yeah, for
Yeah.
my voice. I found that all the cover songs that I was doing, I'd have to transpose and bring them
Yeah.
down 3 half steps. So I just got tired of doing that, so I just tuned my guitar down 3 half steps, and it works great for originals too. So
Do another song. Don't put it down. Do another song.
play it more. Play one more. Yeah. Do we have time for one more?
Oh, we have more than time for one
Awesome.
more. And we have some more
Cool.
questions too. But how many guitars do you travel with when you go? One
Mm-hmm.
or two? 3?
So I've got this travel guitar, and if it's cool with you, I want to show you kind of like my main guitar, and I'll play a song on
Yeah.
that one.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. This one is a Art and Luthery guitar from.
Oh, I have some of those. I love them.
Feld.
This one's an art and theory.
Canada.
This one is as well.
You got an Art and Luthery. Yes.
This is
I've
Little
got 3
Roadhouse.
I've got 3 of them. 3. One of them is a 12 string.
They're good guitars. But mine's like a little workhorse. It's not really.
So that Art and Luthery that you have, is that a parlor guitar or?
It is. It's a.
Nice.
They call it the Roadhouse. It's actually a
Yes.
little workhorse.
Awesome.
And I've had. I've been in the studio and producer says that, "Are you going to play that?" And I was like, "Yeah." But you know
Well-
what? If it's small and I'm small, so
I love
you
that.
know,
That's
it works.
awesome. So this is this is kind of like my full size Art and Luthery. You can tell where I really beat up on it, playing live shows
Whoa!
and stuff.
Whoa! Rosette is really hurting in
Definitely,
there. Oh.
definitely had to. I lacquered this. I took it to a guy who knows how to do that. So now it's all good. But the wood is just so soft and so there's a lot of give to it that whenever I was rocking
Hey,
on the.
if Willie Nelson can play that guitar, you can play that. So
Right.
Exactly. So this was the actual guitar. Not expensive at all. Like this is like a very kind of affordable guitar, and there's something about like the vibe of this guitar and me really kind of connected. All my first songs were written on this one, so it's got a really kind of full vibe to it. So I'll do my next song on this one. How about that?
That's great. Oh, wait a minute. Before you start,
Yes, tell me.
what was the first song that you ever performed, Eli?
First song that I ever performed live was called My White Underwear. It was at my 7th grade talent show.
What?
And
Is that like Captain Underpants? Were you inspired by that?
I think I was just inspired by my actual white underwear, because that was pretty much, I just scream and "Oh my white underwear" 4 times during the chorus. And that was it. And that was, the whole assembly hall was just like, couldn't tell if they were
Like
laughing
this, right?
at
They were
me or
like-
with me. They were very vocal about it. But
That was before you started dating, right?
That was way before I started dating. So I had no idea what it would do. But actually,
Maybe
I
you'll
think-
play that for us.
it's been a while. It's been a while. Actually,
The
since seventh
Levitators
grade.
are going to be clamoring for it. I'm just warning you.
It'll be the secret song on True North if you get the CD. Like let the last song play like 20 minutes.
Really
And it's just like, I know my white underwear. Eli in the background.
There you go. We just gave you a fabulous idea.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. So this one is actually has a harmonica on it. So apologies beforehand. This one's called Just Trying to Get Home to See My Baby Tonight. And I have to do this. Oh man, a lot of things going on in my head right now. Here we go. We got this. Well, I woke up in a hotel room with my baby on my mind. I've been traveling on this lonely road so long I've lost the time. She's been a-waiting and a-wondering and a-wishing me home, smelling my t-shirts while I've been gone. I'm just trying to get home to see my baby tonight. The day has come, I'm on my way to see the love of my life. Once I feel her in my arms again, everything's gonna be alright. She's been heaving and breathing and calling my name. I said, man, baby girl, got me going insane. I'm just trying to get home to see my baby tonight. Well, the day has come and I'm on my way to see the love of my life. Once I feel her in my arms again, everything's gonna be alright. She's been a yearning and a churning and a burning inside. I've been waiting forever to be by her side. I'm just trying to get home to see my baby tonight. Been texting all day, talking about what we'll do when we'll meet again. My body's trembling and my heart's on fire, can't wait to feel her skin. Been heaving and a breathing and a calling my name. Said, dang, baby girl, got me going insane. I'm just trying to get home to see my baby. I gotta catch my plane, Terminal 3, and I'll be flying high. Another 5 hours up in the air, then I'm getting that taxi ride. She's been thinking so hard what she's gonna do. I said, don't matter, honey, all I want is you. Just trying to get home to see my baby tonight. My seatbelt's already off as that taxi rounds the final bend. With the windows down and my spirits up, my journey's come to an end. Now she's looking at me longingly coming up the road. I drop my bags into her arms I go. If I'm a lady home to see my baby tonight. There you go. Well, I tell you, my man, the loving this woman is giving me is oh so good. I just might pack my bags again and hit the road if I only could. Because every time I leave, she loves me more. The best kisses I get are when I walk through the door. I'm gonna head out today to see my baby tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna head out today to see my baby tonight.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. Did you
Thanks for singing along.
Did you wink at us during that song?
Sorry, what was that?
I saw a wink during that song.
Oh, there's all sorts of winks. All sorts of winks going on. Thanks for singing.
That was great. That was really, really great. So much fun.
Antoinette Levine says, Bob Dylan on the harmonica, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
No, I was going to say, you're better than Bob Dylan on the harmonica.
He's actually, it's a great way to just like add just a whole nother sound to your song, which is awesome. So I don't do it a lot, but it's just so fun to play. So I thought I'd bring it out for you.
That is great. Do you play mouth trumpet too?
I have a kazoo.
Okay.
I whistle, and I have been known to yodel every once in a while.
Oh,
So
we like yodeling.
yeah.
That's a good one. That's a fun one.
It was. That's off All Roads East. So All Roads East is a lot of just kind of Americana, fun, folky kind of stuff. So I always love bringing that one out. And you seem like you're up for it.
I'd like to hear one more True North song before you go. But where do you see yourself being in, say, 5 years?
Yeah, so
Do you
5
have a
years.
plan?
Yeah, so it's kind of hard because at one time you have to be like, trust the music, right? Whatever happens with the music, wherever it takes you, you got to be totally cool with that. On the other hand, you have to have a certain amount of like resolve to really have the energy to, keep things going, right? To keep things moving and putting out content. So there's this very interesting balance that I try and stay with. So right now I'm absolutely 100% happy with my music and the creativity that's offered me and what I can kind of like share with others. I'm not looking for a record deal. I don't want to be famous. It looks terrible. I hope that never happens to me. But I do want people to hear the music, right? Understand like the vibration and raise that kind of energy level a little bit across the world. So there's again that balance, I really do want to stay independent. I feel like I can, and I feel like the kind of direction that I'm going allows me to do that. Essentially, if I can keep going and keep putting music out with the help of my community who finds a lot of value in that, then we can kind of go through that journey together. So that's the idea, and wherever that is in 5 years, that'd be awesome. So right now I'm kind of up to like 30,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, which is amazing to think
That is
many
awesome.
people
That's incredible.
are hearing it. So I think in 5 years, hopefully that'll be up to 500,000 probably by then, and we can get to that level as artists and still be under the radar, which is great because, you've got all the pop, and the glamour and the glitz and, the Grammys and the Super Bowl. So obviously I don't have to have anything to do with that. And we can just make music as artists now, which is great. So that's kind of like the idea.
But on the other hand, music, selling music has gotten so hard now, and you're going to be selling your EPs, copies of your EPs. And Spotify, 500,000 listeners gets you what, $25.03.
Yeah.
So how do you resolve that and make a living off of it? And especially as the music business is changing so much.
Yeah, Spotify just put out some numbers a couple days ago because so many musicians were upset about what they pay. And the numbers are, I think about 700 musicians make over $1 million on Spotify a year, which is not a lot compared to all the musicians out there. And about 20,000 musicians make over 50,000 a year. So only 20,000 musicians over all the entire world, you know what I mean, are making a kind of living from Spotify, and that's totally untenable. So Spotify is really a discovery platform that helps bring people into the experience. What I've found is that after they listen on Spotify, they go to YouTube. They check out the lyric videos. They kind of understand who I am as an artist. Then on YouTube, I have a little link that says, hey, join the Levitators for free and connect with me and get some unreleased music and some free merch. They put in their email address. Then they're able to know when I have my next release, when I go on the next live stream. After 2 or 3 or 4 live streams, they understand, hey, this is awesome. There's an amazing community here. These songs are great. They help me through the day, through the week, and in my life. So I'm ready to, give back the value that these songs are giving to me. So usually then they'll move to my Patreon, which is over 100 people now that support me on a monthly basis.
Good for you.
Which is incredible. Yep. Thanks to everybody who's there as well. And from there, they move to the, personalized song or kind of producer or songwriting retreat, stuff like that. So it's definitely not from Spotify. Spotify is the entry point to the world. Exactly.
Several of your viewers said that they would love to go on a songwriting retreat. So
oh yeah, awesome! There we go. Great.
We'll
it
be
was
right
fantastic.
over. We'll be at your house, and is next week okay? Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. We got a lot of room out here in the farm.
We'd love to have you sing one more song for us before we go.
Happy to. So from True North, you'd like?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Or unless you have
Right.
something else in mind, it's up
No,
to
that's awesome. Let's bring it full circle here. This will be. I'm wondering which one I should do off True North. Okay. Ooh, this will be fun. So this is gonna be the last final song on True North, kind of like the coda, you could say, of the whole whole series that kind of brings it all together. It's a really, really pretty, really special song, and I'm happy to share it with you both. Thanks so much for having me on. This has been so cool. A great way to.
It's been great to have you on. Will you come back?
Yeah, of course. This is too much fun not to come back. Thanks to all my people out there, all the levitators showing love on this Sunday matinee show. This has been awesome. The song is called There Is a Light. There's a shadow on the wall of an angel come to call and remind me of what I've always known. She whispers in my ear the words I can barely hear, and the meaning I can feel in my bones. There's a peace just outside my window. There's a war raging at my door. And there's a light. There's a light. And if I close my eyes and go deep inside, I can see that there's a light. There's a light. There's a light. There's the lights. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You both are so awesome. Appreciate all the good vibes
Very
today.
sweet. Very nice.
Yeah.
I love it that everything comes together too. You know, you've got themes and the puzzle parts fit together.
Yes. It's a whole kind of journey, and that's the experience. It's like no matter where you come in, whether it's all roads east or way out west or deep south or true north, there's a whole kind of landscape that you can explore sonically and thematically, which is great. So just kind of being true to that, and it's been done well for me so far, and I can't thank everybody enough for kind of following me along on that journey. It's been great.
Well, thank you for being here with us. This was wonderful. This was great.
Everyone who's watching, please share. That helps a lot with the metrics. And don't forget, Eli has a PayPal address and a Venmo address, and they're here on this page, right?
Yep.
And,
Yeah. If you can put this this link in there too. This is the Levitators link.
Okay.
Go.eli-lev.com, and that's where they can join for free on the email list.
Fabulous. That's great.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Eli Lev.
Thank you.
Y'all are awesome. Thank you both.
you.
It's been so cool. Have a great Sunday.
Bye, Levitators. Bye, everyone.